Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Light League, folks. Appreciate your guys' patience as we get ourselves ready to jump into game number 1 between Capedogs Unleashed and VBU Neon. Kendo, gonna be a fun matchup for sure as we get to look at the picks and bans starting things off.
Of course, I am very much looking forward to this one. I have heard rumors, and they will be yet to be confirmed, but one of the two new pickups for this VBU Neon squad, Altazi, normally a top laner, has been playing support for the first week, may actually be going top lane tonight, which will bring an interesting dichotomy because you're talking about a platform player in the top lane. That could be a very, very big advantage, especially if you end up winning the lane outright.
For sure, for sure. I mean, keep that in mind. Each team is allowed at least one Platinum 4 advantage here today, or one Platinum 4 player in their team. And it is going to end up being, looking at the bans real quick, a couple of ADC bans, a couple of mid lane bans, and potentially a couple of jungle bans here there, Kendo. The Mordekais are getting banned by Capedogs Unleashed.
Yep, and that's not a surprise at all. Para 0-4 with a 63% efficiency on Mord. That is very impressive. And if you let Para have what is really Para's favorite character in the top lane, it turns the top lane into a much more influenceable area of play. Granted, who knows? As we said, we might not see Para up there.
You know, I love the word influenceable, influential and invincible there. I love to see it. It's a great word, Kendo. I'm going to give it 22 cents. 22 cents. It's a 22-cent word. But looking at the draft right now, Capedogs going to immediately pick up that Tristana, a very strong, flexible pick available for Capedogs to use either in the mid lane or to the ADC role. Does take a little bit of time for it to ramp up. Meanwhile, a very early ADC Misfortune going to be very scary. Can really bring down the rain, the thunder with her dual guns, Shock and Awe. If they are able to get it, paired with the Echo as well, could get a lot of stuns with his W. Meanwhile, Capedogs going to round out their first part of the draft with their support, and looks like potentially their jungler with a Leona and Wukong.
Yeah, that I caution the Wukong. Wukong, of course, very flexible, but when you look at Daze in the top lane, we're talking about 3 characters with a 60% win rate over there. Set, Fiora, and Shen. All things you do have to worry about, so it would not surprise me at all if that was potentially a Wukong in the jungle. Kaidakira, 81% win rate on Kha'Zix, and kind of surprising there was no Kha'Zix ban here.
You know, I mean, I think the reason for that is because Kha'Zix just, in coordinated play, it's just very difficult to pull off. And then at the end of the day, I mean, when you've got an Echo already shown that can use that Chrono Break to be able to get back that health pretty much immediately and just deny any sort of potential assassination in the jungle there, little difficult for them to do. Regardless, VBU Neon also going to pick up another flexible pick with the Galio. And for their bans, Orianna and Diana. Meanwhile, Capedogs going to ban out the Rock. Oh no, VBU Neon not going to have Malphite nor Nico, the Curious Chameleon, coming into the second part of the draft phase. Now, interestingly enough, you know, for the Galio and the Echo, those can definitely go potentially to different lanes depending on how VBU Neon wants to play the second part of the draft.
Very much so. And then when you consider the fact with Altazi and Kaiten, 2 brand new players to this VBU roster, they played extremely well this last week, taking the 2 games off of what was a very staunch Lotus Black team. We do see the Tahm Kench coming in, and this is another one who could be very flexible, most likely, however, going to the top lane.
Assume so, blinding the Tahm Kench out, giving Capedogs Unleashed the ability to potentially put a really strong top laner in there. I mean, Tahm Kench is going to be just fine if you end up playing not necessarily the most aggressively damaged top laner, which looks like that is going to be the case, especially since we've got the Wukong already. Lissandra's going to be there. You've got the Leona for the engage. You might still want to have a second tank, keep that Tristana alive or you could potentially take a little bit of risk here, play a little bit more damage, and maybe try to poke out the Tahm Kench in the early game. Capedogs with a couple of different options here, really taking their time for this last pick, and they're going to pick
Ooh,
up the Kale, Kendo,
I
really
like it.
focusing towards that late game.
Chuck Caution into the win. The Kale available. The late game build coming in from Capedogs Unleashed. You know you have a very good amount of balance now on that side for Capedogs. The one thing that they were lacking, a little bit of a late game backup plan just in case everything does go wrong. So where will VBU Neon answer? And that will be with a Corki. That kind of gives us a hint that Galio's going low.
Yeah, with that Corky now bringing himself there. There's going to be a Galio support. The only thing with a Galio support, as you know, Kendo, I mean, it's a semi-global ultimate that you get with that Grand Heroic entrance. But with him stuck down in the support role, he's going to have to roam up if he wants to help top lane. Might still be able to get some mid-game support or mid-lane support as well against the Lissandra in the early game, potentially. But going to be there to try to make sure that this Misfortune is going to be able to just bring down the damage against this Tristana Leona. That taunt, if he's able to get it, is going to be so important to be able to land onto that Tristana. It's going to be so difficult, though. That Tristana has the rocket jump. Once we get into level 6 and ultimates come through, he can push her away with, or push him away with his ultimate. Top of that, you've got a really strong support in the Leona that's going to be effective all throughout the draft, or all throughout the game, I should say, Kendo.
I agree. And then we do have a Altazi lining up in the top lane. Para going to be down on the support side of things. So I am kind of expecting a little more bulky supports coming in from VBU Neon. I do want to talk about, however, throughout the drafts, the high priority picks that you're going to see throughout the night. That Tristana is going to be one that most likely will be pick or ban. Both Yodalicious and Forgotten Turtle very familiar with Tristana. So most of the time it's going to be banned out, or it's going to be the first pick off of the board. I'm also looking at Seraphine as being someone who's very combated for that Talon in the bot lane. Really liking the Seraphine support. And of course, Merciful Crow is a comfort pick Seraphine as well. Which brings me to question the Corki in the mid lane. We've only seen Merciful Crow on Corki one time in league play so far, and that was to only 9% kill participation. We're gonna need to see Merciful Crow getting a lot more involved throughout. I do know Chitin has been someone very interactive, ganks quite a bit. If that frees up the Corki, that could be very positive down the road, especially once those packages become big bombs.
That's going to be the big parties here, is where does the Echo land his focus? I mean, with the Tahm Kench in the top lane, he's up against a Kale. I don't expect that to be the primary focus here. I mean, the Kale is going to be able to scale up, but are you going to be able to get a kill onto the Kale early on? Depends on whether or not Tahm Kench is able to land those kill shots with the licky lick, the tongue, as it were. We'll see whether or not he is able to do so, but, you know, Corki in the mid lane, you've got Misfortune Galio in the bottom lane, Lissandra has an escape, Tristana has an escape, Leona is tanky enough with a little bit of extra Marber and magic resistance to potentially resist some early game pressure. So maybe more of a farming Echo to come through to be able to combat into the mid game so that he can potentially assassinate some of these very high priority targets. The only thing that I'm worried about right now for VBU Neon is Capedogs Unleashed comp once it gets to the 15-20 minute mark. Despite Kale and Lissandra having abilities to be able to nullify whatever damage could potentially go on top of them, Lissandra with her Frozen Tomb, we got Kale with her Divine Intervention to be able to keep themselves safe. You've also got the Wukong, who, if he's able to position himself correctly, could use the clone into the Cyclone to make sure that this Tristana is just able to go all out against the Misfortune and against the Corki. It's going to be a very tough battle, I think, for VBU Neon to be able to continue to keep things going once you get past that 20-minute mark, Kendo. So the early game, I mean, all eyes are on Kaiten right now.
Yeah. I'm also going to have a lot of eyes on Para 04 down in the support lane, because that Galio can come in the counter style for this composition on the back end of some of those Wukong runs. So the use of Galio by Para also going to be very critical, but you know, we play the game for a reason. We're going to find out just how effective everyone can use their chance. It's going to be the Light League. It's going to be week number 6, and we are going to see it after just a quick break.
On and and welcome back to the Light League. We've got CDU, the Capedogs Unleashed, up against VBU Neon in is what could potentially be one of the most crucial matches for both of these teams here in the Light League so far. Kendo, this is going to be a big matchup, and I am excited to see how it's playing out.
Oh,
We're already getting shenanigans, though, in the top lane. Kendo, we've got Altazi in a bad spot. The Tom Kench is now getting a lot of damage. Oh, he's fine. He'll get out of that.
Yeah, yes, but Merciful Crow might have to flash, and there is the disadvantage. Merciful Crow getting pincered upon Altazi. No! What are you doing? Don't go back in! You were already out!
Disaster! Kendo, what was that? Merciful Crow has to use Flash Out on top of that. First Blood goes over to the Wukong. It looks like he won't be going back, so he doesn't get that extra longsword or those boots. But man, that is not a good start to game one.
No, not at all. And the Wukong going to be of the utmost importance in this team composition, both with the CC from the ultimate, as well as we talked about kind of back and forth before we got back on, how these ganks from the Wukong, they aren't very powerful normally. We may just see a little additional power with the First Blood there.
Yeah, that's going to be huge for him. We'll see what he's able to pick up with it. Remember, that is an extra 400 gold in his pocket, something that Kaiten the Echo will not have. And to just bring in mind how important this early game is going to be, Kaiten as the Echo, going to be picking up that Dark Harvest as well. So he's going to need to be picking up those stacks as quickly as possible so that he'll be able to burst down Yodalicious on the Tristana, Darth Kylo Ryan on the Lissandra as quickly as possible. But for now, it looks like both these junglers looking to go for a pretty much full clear here. As we get ourselves ready for game number one, we expect this one to potentially go into a later stage of the game, depending on these comps.
Yeah, I get the feeling that KL also going to be a critical secure here, because if we go the distance, Capedog going to be so powerful with that AoE damage. Forgotten Turtle needing to flash out here, and Yodalicious along with Talon really working the bot lane early.
Yeah, that was a great level 2 there coming in from Talon. And Yodalicious immediately follows up with the rocket jump. That does get Forgotten Turtle's flash and heal. So that is going to make sure that Katakira will be able to have a little bit better opportunity to be able to get that damage in, to get that gank in against him. Misfortune that won't have a lot of escape routes now. And look at that, ready to go in potentially for the gank. Looks like he will decide to go for the Scuttle Crab first. We'll see what they decide to do with it. Talon, though, trying to get a little bit more harassment on to Forgotten Turtle. The rocket jump to escape.
And thus far, we have seen the moments that have been a little sketchy be sketchy. Para going to be someone of high attention throughout. And here comes a setup. This could get very interesting.
Kylo Ryan going to be there, going to get a lot of damage on the Merciful Crow, but we've got Kaiten in the area as well. Kylo Ryan going to try to flash away, does not have any more escape ready to go, and it is disaster for CDU. Merciful Crow takes down the Wukong, and Darth Kylo Ryan goes down.
Uncharacteristically aggressive from Merciful Crow. Normally, she's a very safe mid laner, sticks with that one and ekes out the turret kill from beyond. My goodness, great job by VBU Neon. They put themselves in an advantage spot early, and we may see more.
Allen gonna go in for the Zenith Blade. He's gonna try to flash away. Kaiten gonna take down the kill. That's another Dark Harvest stack. And now a 2-0-1 Echo.
No, this is so interesting. Kaiten, we didn't get the chance to talk about Kaiten throughout this team's renaissance. It has been the Kaiten show. Kaiten had 2 games of Mordekaiser jungle against Lotus Black, where they went 36-10. That is extremely impressive. Only 6 deaths. We are going to go straight into a replay. I'm not sure if this is the mid or the bot lane. Looks like it is the bot lane here. Or, excuse me, the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at that one, Kendo, I mean, that was just really great timing from Kaiden. Knew that Kaidakira could potentially be coming in for a gank, and Merciful Crow able to easily take down the Wukong, especially since he flashes in. And now we take a look at the live battle. Yogalicious wants to kill on the turtle and will be able to get it, but now he needs to be able to rocket jump away, does get hit with a turret shot, and with the assistance of Kaidakira and Kylo Ryan, should be able to use the blast cone to get out of that just fine.
That being said, we will see a buy here from the Misfortune, and it's a timely buy because you know those Berserker Greaves in the bot lane can sometimes be the difference maker early on. That being said, the Noon Quiver coming in from the Tristana. Also, a very good power spike here early. The top lane, this Tahm Kench holding its own despite dying early on. But that Kale, ever so close to level number 6.
Yeah, gotta be careful once you do get that ultimate on the Kale. But for now, I mean, Altazi has been really bullying out this Kale here. Serious for Y is having some difficulties being able to get CS. And on top of that, is getting bullied out by the evil Catfish, who has no flash, by the way. He's got Ghost and Teleport, Kendo. As we take a look at another engagement here, VBU Neon on the offensive up against Talon. A lot of damage going to go onto the Leona, but Leona will be able to get out of that one, barely escaping with her life.
That was a good exchange, and those are the types of exchanges you want if you're Para, but we have another gank coming in the top lane. Unfinished business in the bot lane. As they disengage up top, Kyten will fall off. For now, Forgotten Turtle, very dangerous. Trying to get themselves a plate. Will not be able to do so up on the top lane. However, Kyten going in on Sirius for Y. Maybe a little bit too soon. However, here comes the dive. Altazi going in. Takes the spit and is going to do away with that Kale.
Yeah, not even able to drop the ultimate there, Kendo. That is a quick back over to the Fountain, and disaster for CDU. Capedogs unleashed need to make sure that this Kale is staying in contention with the Tahm Kench in the early game, and that kill plus the 25 CS is going to be massive for VBU in the top side of the Rift.
Oh, I am so looking forward to seeing how this Kale is able to recover, because now you do have the teleport advantage if you're Aldazi, and might just need to go in on this down here. 4 in the bottom lane. But the disengage coming in, that's another wasted teleport.
I mean, we'll see how it works out. Kylo Ryan should be able to get back up to the middle lane fairly quickly. They do push out Forgotten Turtle and Para 04, taking all 4 summoner spells out of the bot lane as well. So Kaidakira on the Wukong should be able to fairly easily take this dragon. Infernal Drake is secured for CDU. It's going to be Cloud Drake for Drake number 2 here, Kendo, which means it is either an Ocean Soul or a Mountain Soul. Regardless of what gets picked, it's going to be very valuable for both these teams.
I completely agree, and Soul Point will be very critical. I get the feeling VBU Neon are going to be playing the latter half and hoping for maybe a Mountain Soul to give them even more tankiness than they already have behind them. Between that Galio, between the Tahm Kench, they're not going anywhere.
Careful though, Kyten now in the area, maybe looking to be able to go in for a kill here on the Talon. Yodelicious, they are playing extremely scary, and now we're going to see a lot of damage as the taunt lands from Para 04. It is going to be Yodelicious securing the kill on a Misfortune, but he can't get out of it. The rocket jump is not there. He's going to use the heal along with Kaidakira coming into play. The Cyclone will come in, and it is going to be a double kill for Kyten as he uses the Chrono Break to escape. The bottom lane goes down, but now Kaidakira is looking to finish the job. Will he be able to make it happen? Nice flash from Kaidakira to be able to get away from the stun. He does still get taunted, but Terra 04 does go down, and Akira will pick up the double kill with the clone. Merciful Crow is there, but it's not going to be enough, and now Altazi in the top lane going to take a little bit of damage on the Sirius for Y. Pop the ultimate. Man, what a fight in the bottom lane.
That was very impressive as the back and forth. We saw Kyten creeping in, so you knew there was counter gank potential. But let's give it to Kaidakira as we go to the replay here, because that was exemplary stick-to-itiveness to come in, to get the ult off, everyone with the exchange, and Para 04 also very well done trying to get Chitin out. Was the wrong move in this case.
Very close. I mean, that flash is probably one of the best things that we have seen out of Katakira in the Light League. That was incredible performances coming in from the CDU jungler because it gives him that double kill. Had he gotten hit with that stun, I mean, that would have been a completely different story there, Kendo. And with that, I mean, it's now only 1,000 gold lead for VBU Neon, and they want more. We're going to get the rocket jump in for Yodalicious. Bullet time is going to land in the taunt. That's the wombo combo. Yodalicious going to try to get the rocket jump to get out of the way. Will avoid the knockup from Altazi, but does he get out of this one? As we do get Katakira being able to get the kill on to Para04. Turtle will try to get this kill and does get it onto Kira. And then meanwhile in the top lane, Kaiden gets the kill onto Sirius for Y.
And a very fat wave to cover, so that is going to be a stacked echo here as you're already seeing levels advantages for VBU Neon. If they can continue this momentum, they may just find themselves in a gratuitous advantage.
For sure, for sure. And that's, I mean, where they're going right now. I mean, that was beautiful as we get to take a look at that replay again, Kendo. Taking a look at what happened here, you know, again, Talon and Yodalicious going in on the play. A beautiful taunt from Para04 is going to make sure that the full damage from Bullet Time lands onto Talon and Yodalicious, which makes it so difficult for them to be able to get out of this one. Yes, the Tristana gets away, but it's Akira and Leona both going down because of it.
And that is the level advantage. They are going to continue to keep pushing that issue as right now, very impressive. You had questions about Para04 in the support role thus far. I'm going to say this is looking okay, and here comes a potential play. I don't know that Para's going to stick with it. Definitely threatening, though.
Gotta be careful. Heroic Entrance is now online, and he can be anywhere in the Rift at any time when he has that ultimate ready. As we get another look at the heated top lane battle. I mean, serious for why this Kale is not having a great early game. You don't expect that early game to be there, but we are going to see the engage on a Para04. But again, another counter engage from Chitin, going to be able to get the stun onto Yodalicious, and he will go down. Grand entrance, gonna come through. The knockup is gonna land into the chrono break onto Darth Kylo Ryan. Katakira is gonna try to get out of this one, but the clone not quite ready, and he will be able to potentially bamboozle them using the Cyclone to try to get away from that one, or the Nimbus Strike, pardon me, and he does get under tower, barely escaping with his life.
We talked about in the onset how important this ult from the Galio is going to be. That is Exhibit A, Moose. Perfect counterattack coming in from Para despite the low health, despite everything going on. Drop in and make sure you get the taunt.
Oh, definitely. That was amazing coming in from VBU Neon. With that play coming in, they not only secure a now 3,000 gold advantage against CDU, but they also take the second turret of the game. Top lane looking like Serious for Y will go down. Altazi secures that kill, and Kendo, it's a highly valuable Ocean Drake.
Yeah, not only that, but that is a Tom Kenshu at a level disadvantage, bullying a level 10 Kale. That is impressive. You gotta love it. All right, now Altazi means business. And Serious for Y, gonna wish they had that wave back. Plates are gonna fall, so no more serious advantage going in. But VBU Neon are gonna be very happy knowing that with an Ocean Soul, they could be nigh undefeatable with the sustain.
As long as they're able to continue to keep that up. They did get the Rift Herald onto Chitin a little earlier, but they did not pop it quickly enough to be able to get any turret plating off of it, Kendo. Despite the disadvantage, Yodalicious does still deal a lot of damage to structures, and he is going to be looking to potentially get a lot of it onto that bottom tier 1 tower, but it might be costing him his life. Yodalicious trying to see the Force, will not be able to get away from that taunt, but he will be able to use the rocket blast to be able to get Chitin out of the way, and the bullet time gonna land on the Talon, but not quite enough to secure any kills. The Rift Herald will be there, though, and he or she, depending on what type of Rift Herald you want, will secure the kill onto the first tower of the game.
Are we assuming Shelly's gender? What is going on here? How dare we? And the retreat is stopped. Chitin goes immediately in. This is wonderful work so far by VBU. Merciful Crow gonna get a little bit of the payback as Capedogs desperately trying to get this Kale. This Kale's getting bullied in the top lane. I not even I like how that tastes.
Yeah, this is rough. Like, I mean, Altazi just playing phenomenally well here. Sirius for Y is not having a good time. And Tom Kench is just doing a lot of work. But now we get to see Darth Kylo Ryan in the area and to try to get the root, but a beautiful blast cone. Turtle barely escaping with his life there, Kendo. That is so sad to see if you're CDU.
Very sad because you have a Tom Kench in the top lane just going ham on the turret. We have a counterattack. Darth Kylo Ryan trying to get out with their life. They will not. It is a continued push, and that is an 8-1-4. Echo looking bigger and bigger as we go. The Kale has not been able to really have any influence so far. Oh boy. That late game not looking like it may come to fruit.
I don't know, Kendo. I mean, looking right now, yes, Delicious does get that tower in the bottom lane, but Altazi, I mean, 1-1 are at the Iceborne Gauntlet, or Frostfire Gauntlet, excuse me. We've also got 4 mythic items across the rift for VBU Neon. The Rocket Belt for Chitin. We've got the Immortal Shield Bow ready to go for Merciful Crow, and then on top of that, the Gale Force already online for Turtle. Meanwhile, that is only one mythic item, and that is for Katakira, and CDU way behind in gold, way behind in structures now. 3-1, Kendo. I mean, we might not even get to a 25-minute game the way VBU is playing, but it looks like there's a little bit of damage here, a little bit of a play against Turtle, Merciful Crow, but now we get the heroic entrance. No one is going to go down. Yes, Merciful Crow dies, but it is a 2-for-1. No, make it a 3-for-1, Kendo, as VBU responds.
Para has been, if nothing else, exemplary with some of these taunts, sticking with so many of the fights that you feel like Para should be jumping out of, and just staying with it the entire time. And Yodelicious gonna die, potentially under tower. No, we'll get away. Chitin, so close.
Yeah, definitely very scary if you are the Yordle Bombardier. Unfortunately going to mean that he will have to go back to base, really picking up nothing there. Does pick up, you know, a Zeal. Not only that, has Kraken Slayer ready to go as well. But so far, I mean, VBU Neon has been playing the Rift very well. They get the second Rift Herald of the game, so 3 out of 4 objectives, sub 20 minutes. As we get to take a look at that play in the mid-lane, Kendo, show us what we got.
And this was Altazi initially going in on Sirius for Y, zoning out. They had so much vision. They knew where everything was. Darth Kylo Ryan thinking, hey, if we have a chance to initiate on Merciful Crow, but what an attempt as the brilliant pull from that top lane bullying comes in. The taunt. Additional damage by Forgotten Turtle yet again. We've said it time and time again. Para needs to be good. Para has been great. And we are back into even more action. Looks like Merciful Crow gonna get saved.
Oh no, that's gonna be Darth Kylo Ryan going down. Katakira will die as well. Talon is next, and Yodelicious is 4th. Sirius for Y just trying to do what he can in the top lane, but no one is left to defend the base. So we got 4 members of VBU Neon now storming up to the base of Capedogs Unleashed. And this is not the team that we saw in week 2. Kendo, VBU Neon is playing phenomenally well. They've now got Shelly in the base. They're going to get a headbutt into the inhibitor, and they're going to take the first inhibitor of the game pre-20 minutes.
That is so impressive. Once again, Merciful Crow being part of the initiation as we go to the review of this play. Ends up being maybe just a little bit too far forward but a credit to Altazi. credit to Altazi, grabs Merciful Crow before they're able to go down, and here comes Para04 once again, gets the taunt, charges in, and creates even more effective damage for the rest of the team. This has been a great team effort, and if VBU Neon are playing like this consistently, Power Rankings Committee, watch, because this is a chance that we may see what our ADCs from the pregame called earlier. VBU Neon might be finding themselves in a very good top 6 condition here after this.
Yeah, I mean, this game is looking pretty rough for Capedogs Unleashed. An inhibitor going down pre-20 minutes is almost a death sentence. Not quite a death sentence in games, but a 10,000 gold lead for the Mighty Unicorns there. VBU Neon looking to be able to secure themselves a game number 1 here today. And I mean, look at the gold advantage in the jungle. Chitin playing as the Echo, 10-1-6 compared to the 5-4-1 Wukong. It is a 3,000 gold advantage, and he is just playing the jungle of Capedogs Unleashed. They continue to want to go in for those kills as Talon gets knocked up by the heroic entrance by Para04. Does not look like they will continue to go in, though, as Para does get the taunt. Actually going to continue to come through, and we're going to get the channel into a lot of damage on Kaidakira. Talon is there, but Yodalicious is coming in for the heroics as he potentially gets down 1. Now looking to go for 2. Gets 2. Does he get 3 as Altazi is there in a 3v1 situation? Forgotten Turtle comes through as Yodalicious tries to survive, but no! The Misfortune secures it, and she is the hero. Forgotten Turtle with bullet time and a double kill to end the fight.
My goodness, once again, VBU finding a way to win the team fight, sometimes against all odds, and Altazi's going in again on Kite Akira. Cool. VBU Neon looks so impressive right now, and they are looking more and more formidable as time goes on. That advantage continues to grow. Now a 10k gap. They are bullying Talon, not allowing Capedogs to really find their cape. The taunt in front of the tower. That's what VBU Neon feel like right now. Play that tongue on, Altazi. You earned it.
Oh my goodness, they definitely earned it. I mean, this is a massive play for VBU Neon so far. I mean, at this point, Kendo, like, I don't want to call Capedogs Unleashed out, but, like, this game looks pretty over. A 10,000 gold lead. You've got 2 inhibitors down at 22 minutes. Those super minions are going to be super hefty bags coming in. They need to get, I mean, something going, and I really don't know where they can get it from, Kendo. They've got a little bit of warding around the rift, but they have no control over Dragon, no control over Baron. It's going to be a 3rd Drake for VBU. Going to put them on soul points. I don't even know where you defend at this point, Kendo, except in your base.
You got to get a pick. You have to do something. Start somewhere. Every little bit of momentum you can find will be of the utmost importance. That being said, I'm not sure if heading towards Baron and catching yourself out for this Wukong, for this Leona, yes, you do have to ward. Yes, you have to find out. But very clearly, this is not the play thus far. VBU Neon are in charge. They're going to grab yet another dragon, and they are going to be on Soul Point.
Yep, that's Ocean Drake ready to go, and you can see the map control and the routing coming in from VBU Neon. They are going from the mid lane over to the other side of the rift, and they are going directly over towards Baron Nashor. This Baron, if they're able to get it, should finish the job here, Kendo. 24 minutes into the game. This is a very quick game for a light league if it does end within the next couple of minutes. Remember, in the light league, our average game time is around 30. CDU is in the area with a couple of members, but they don't even get a chance to defend that one as VBU Neon secures not only the dragon, but then right next to that, Baron Nashor.
Yeah, it's been very impressive, one after the other. VBU Neon have earned their real estate, and it is free. And now they can just ARAM and force CDU to fight them on their terms.
And now it looks like they are going to be going for the finishing blow here. They don't even want to back. They're going to get the inhibitor down, and they're going to be looking to build up on that now 11,000 gold advantage to potentially end the game. Altazi and Para04 are in the front line. Bullet time is available. Merciful Crow does drop rockets in, trying to be able to get some damage on Kylo Ryan. The rest of the back line, Bullet time is ready to go along with Heroic Entrance as Altazi is in the area, now looking to be able to get some damage onto Talon. Para04 gonna get several members into the taunt as the Bullet time lands onto several members, but not gonna be able to get any kills just yet. Titan goes in, the Chrono Break is gonna land, Talon is gonna get saved by the Kale, and it's gonna be CDU staving off defeat as they secure 5 kills against VBU Neon. It is an ace and a quadra kill for Yodalicious.
May or may not have gotten a little cocky, have this VBU Neon squad, and they will pay for it. This is what CDU needs. They needed to win that fight. They pull it off. Now they need to earn back some of that real estate. Yes, you do still have one inhibitor tower left. Yes, you still have your 2 main towers. Get as much real estate as you can, and then you might be able to counter.
Oh, man. Kendo, I want to see that replay again. Show us what you got here.
100%. And all of the elements that you saw before, Para04 was able to create, but only one person was taunted in that bullet time. You need to be a little more selective. Otherwise, you're going to see what happens here. The counterattack, they end up going down. This has been a lot of counterattack strategies coming forth. When you use a majority of that, you have the defensive ult for the Wukong. That can be very handy, and you are interrupted very early on. So VBU Neon, they might need to wait a little bit longer in their attack. They still have a very firm advantage. They're still on Soul Point, and a little bit of patience will go a long way.
Yep, but they lose the Baron buff. Any sort of gold advantage that they could have gotten because of it is now squandered. They end up losing over half of their lead. It is now only a 6,000 gold advantage for VBU Neon, and in a silver, gold, low platinum game, this game is now back to winnable here for CDU. They've got a little bit of vision control in their inner quadrants, trying to be able to get keep VBU out of the area. With Dragon spawning in a minute 9, I mean, that is a fight that you have to be able to go for. It does feel like, and it's going to be that inhibitor spawning in the bottom lane. Yes, you will still have super minions spawning in the mid lane, but that is not the worst place to be in after being so behind just 5 minutes earlier.
Yes, indeed. And this may turn into something here. We do have channeling in the bush. Potentially a pick on Talon, but they will retreat hard. Very conservative play. Rightfully so. You do not want to go down now. If you're Capedogs, one pick could be the end of the game. Face checking the bush. Chitin's going to go in on Kaidakira, and they will be able to get out for now, but expend a lot in order to do it.
Yep, a little bit of back and forth there coming in from VBU and CDU. But keep in mind, we've got a now level 16 Kale. They have reached the 28-minute mark, and now things are definitely looking scary for VBU. If Sirius Y is able to get a great amount of damage using that splash that he's got, using the ability that they have to be able to get damage in, will they be able to secure something here? As it does look like they're going to try to go for the dragon. A lot of damage to Kylo Ryan, but he will go invulnerable. Kaidakira going to try to be able to survive, but he cannot, as the invulnerability does not come in time, but it is going to be Yodalicious trying to be able to do what he can from behind the dragon pit. A lot of damage from Kaidakira. Will he be able to get anything? No, he will not. It is a triple kill for the Echo Chitin with a great play. Everyone in the dragon pit getting stunned and destroyed, and not even Yoda can see this coming. Yes, he gets the shutdown onto the Echo, but at the end of the day, it is the ace and the kill and the win for VBU Neon.
Most likely the win. We do have Kaidakira coming up in 5 seconds, so there's still a chance, but this is going to be really rough because you have Para, you have the taunt, you have Chitin, who's been a beast the entire game long. Will they be able to hold off here at the tail end? Only time will tell.
God, the inhibitor comes back, and VBU Neon do not end the game in time. Titan gets shut down, and now Para04 looking to be next as the Consume gets landed, but the Zenith Blade is going to keep Talon in the area. Altazi is looking to be able to get out of that one, but Para04 will not be able to escape as a Cyclone comes through. They are knocked up and knocked down. Altazi again going to try to go for the Abyssal Boys to escape into the Blast Cone. What an amazing save from the inhibitor, keeping CDU alive.
I saw you just about choked on your water as well, my friend. That was very, very difficult times. And the inhibitor at the last second will come in and save Capedogs in this instance. So
they're going for Baron. Kendo, they're going for Baron right now. With Titan down for another 2 seconds, there is no way that they're going to be able to get there in time to smite it. The bullet time is going to come through. Just going to land even more damage on to Baron, but not going to get any kills just yet. Merciful Crow and Forgotten Turtle are there, but Katakura gets the stun and the smite and the kill onto Baron Nashor. Will we get to see everyone escape, however? Yes, we will. And CDU has literally brought this game back from the depths of hell.
Quite literally, they have a chance to do something here. The Baron's going to add so much pressure. It essentially will be the pressure that the missing turrets that they have. That being said, in a team fight, with the Ocean Soul, this VBU Neon squad has a better advantage. They're going to have to spread things out, in my opinion. Get the Baron buff all over, and they are going to have to play conservative on the matchups that they present themselves with, or aggressive if they know they can win it.
Now we have officially reached the late game here, folks. 31 minutes into this fight, and the gold leads are still there for VBU Neon. It is a 4-item Echo, 15, 4, and 9 on Chitin, with the Rabadon's Death Cap, with the Lich Bane, and now with the Zhonya's Hourglass. On top of that, a very important pickup coming in from Merciful Crow. Gonna have that quick Silver Sash to try to get away from the oppressive CC that Kylo Ryan, that Talon can potentially give him or give her if she does end up getting hit by a bad engagement. However, no invulnerability, no stopwatch, nothing like that at this point. As we get to see whether or not VBU decides to go in for another engage. They are all in the bottom side of the rift, cleaning out wards, cleaning out pressure, and now they're looking to potentially end the game through the bottom side. CDU does have Baron available for this fight if they do decide to go for something here, and VBU Neon wanting to be able to get this one. Serious for Y is level 17, going to be able to deal a lot of splash damage. Katakura level 15, not quite has that level 3 Cyclone yet. Will they decide to go in for the engage? No, they let VBU Neon take the inhibitor, and now they're going to be able to go for the second one, as Yodalicious getting a little bit of damage, going a little bit too far forward maybe, but he will be able to get out of that one just fine. Doesn't look like VBU is going to be able to get the second inhibitor, but they do at least get one down, and it will be down for the very important and potentially game-ending Elder Dragon fight.
Yes, and that is going to be the next focus. At this point, Vision becomes the priority, and if you're Capedogs, you desperately need something in the line of Vision. It's been very good so far coming from the bot lane pairing, but the rest of your team has kind of lacked it. We are going to see 3 wards coming up very soon. Most likely they will be used borderline immediately in and around this Elder Drake pit. And we finally see the Baron buff go away. The bot lane going to be the utmost importance because those super minions could win you the day.
Now, I mean, it is going to be up to VBU Neon to finish the job and get this Elder Dragon. They could also go for shenanigans because there is no defense in the base. And CDU does have to keep that in mind. And they are going to be maybe looking to go for something here. Talon going to be in the area, but VBU is making saying, hey, you cannot go for Elder Dragon when we are pressuring the Nexus. You have no turret active. And now we're going to be looking to be able to find something here. Talon in the area, not going to be able to secure any sort of engagement just yet. The inhibitor goes down, so that is now 2 inhibitors down for CDU. VBU is now looking to go back over to the Elder Dragon pit, and they have control of this bottom red side quadrant. They have no teleport. They have teleports ready on Altazi and Merciful Crow, but now they are looking to potentially go for the Elder Dragon immediately. CDU knows that this is coming in, and they know that this is the important team fight coming through. Yodalicious has the Guardian Angel ready to go, but now it's Darth Kylo Ryan trying to be able to come through. The Rogue Engine is going to land on a talent, but it's going to be the Elder Dragon sold by Katakira. It's going to be a huge play for CDU as Yodalicious is able to get the kill onto the Misfortune Titan, going to try to be able to get away, but Yodalicious flashes and gets the Elder Dragon buff. This is huge for CDU. Kendo, they might just win this game. Altazi and Merciful Crow are going to try to be able to get in more damage onto Kira as Merciful Crow are very close to death. Will the Elder Dragon come in? It is the consume from Altazi, trying to be able to keep them alive, and now Talon is going to go down. Yodalicious and Akira are there, but they have to worry about the minions, and they lose Katakira, and on top of that, Talon. Yodalicious trying to be able to get out of that one, but they cannot as the teleports are now coming through from Merciful Crow and Altazi. Serious for Y is the only member of CDU alive, and he's got to be able to defend against Merciful Crow and Altazi. Gonna use the ultimate on Merciful Crow, gonna flash in for damage, and will take down the Corki. But does he get down Altazi? He is so close to death. He avoids the tongue. He avoids the tongue. He avoids the death. And VBU cannot close out this game.
What a tongue dodge at the end for Sirius for Y. It's going to keep Capedogs in it. They outlast what was the critical push. They steal the Elder Dragon as well. 23-37. They're still by no means in a good spot, but they are somehow continuing to bring it back, Moose.
No one is alive with Elder Dragon. Pardon me, Sirius for Y has Elder Dragon active in the bottom lane, and we'll have that available potentially for a Baron fight. Yodalicious is also with the Elder right now, and we'll be able to get out of that one. But man, Baron is now activated. It does look like VBU is going to be looking to try to go for it. No, actually, they're going to go for the backs. I actually have no idea if they're going for it or not. Nope, Kaiden's just going to try to get some vision off of that one. But CDU may be looking to go for it. However, they cannot let VBU into the base. They have no TPs except for Darth Kylo Ryan as they look to be able to try to defend this here, Kendo. Looks like Kaiden is trying to run around and try to get into the Nexus, maybe. Nope. I'm going to be a little bit more of a disengage.
And you have to keep someone back because anything can keep the pressure on right now for VBU Neon. No turrets means no defense, and that is Talon gonna get caught out. That's one pick, very critical at a 40-minute or 40-second timer. They now have the advantage. The ultimate being popped by Yodalicious as well does not bode very well. VBU Neon are looking to finish this off at the 38-minute mark.
There's a lot of damage on the board as the bullet time gets denied.
Oh,
and
my!
There it is! Sirius for Y has come back and has gotten the double kill onto the Galio. Now the triple kill, and they want more. Merciful Crow and Forgotten Turtle are looking to run away, and yet again, VBU is denied access to the base and denied access to the victory. Katakira will be able to get out of that one. Oh my god, Kendo, what a match!
The Capedogs have found their capes. They are finding advantages where there should be none. And now they need to go for this Baron. Sirius for Y and Katakira are there. They're positioning themselves well. They are going to most likely take this Baron down while Chitin is still asleep. Capedogs... Oh my god. Capedogs unite tonight here in game number 1.
Merciful Crow might be able to get a rocket blast. No, look at how quickly Sirius for Y shreds down Baron Nashor. 4 items now, 5, 6, and 10 after that triple kill. Got not only Rabadons, but now a Nashor's Tooth as well. As the inhibitors are about to respawn for CDU. And with a minute 49 remaining, Kendo, the CDU is going to have Baron for this next Elder Dragon fight.
Yes, and that is going to be of the utmost importance. If they win this Elder, they could completely turn it around. That being said, VBU have multiple times tried to use their advantage to zone them off. That advantage is not going to be there. You have the Baron buff on the minions. You are not going to be able to have that same push. There are no inhibitors down here, no super minions that need to be dealt with. I like the play, waiting in the bush, knowing you have good vision, and getting a pick on whoever comes by. This is some big brain plays for BBU.
The only member of CDU that is pretty much not at full build is Darth Kylo Ryan. Does have the first item of that potential Void Staff, but we don't even have time to talk about that. CDU Talon is going to try to be able to get out of that one, and will go into the Zenith Blade on a Merciful Crow as we do get the knockup onto 2. Kylo Ryan is there, and it's going to be the Tomcat going down, but the Bullet Time is there for the double kill. Akira's going to get damaged, but he will get the invulnerability, and Forgotten Turtle will die, Merciful Crow will die, and Kaiden will go down. It's serious for Wyatt, and Kaidakira is still alive, and they can push towards the Nexus and end the game.
That may be what we end up seeing here. We do have the push. They have a large majority of seconds. The first one coming out will be Para 04. Otazi coming out 6 seconds afterward. They may be able to stop this, but it's going to be very, very difficult because the Baron buff is coming through. This may be the greatest turnaround that we have seen in the Light League.
God, Gendo, they do it! CDU, Capedogs Unleashed, they have taken on VBU Neon and win the game! 41 minutes in, I can't believe it! Oh my god! Ooh, I need some milk!
Wow! There are times where you end up breaking character completely in the caster's booth, regardless of how well composed you normally are. This is wonderful. Capedogs Unleashed came to play, and it was the Kale. It was serious for Y in the tail end, making themselves of more than just use, turning the entire game around. This was a Kale that was at one point 4-1, finding themselves in the driver's seat, ending 8-6-12 with the highest creep score, with the highest. Wow, that is just insane. The turnaround, Moose, that was something.
You know, I'm seeing Twitch chat, and I got to agree that mid inhibitor is the player of the game for Capedogs Unleashed. That is an amazing inhibitor respawn coming back at the perfect moment to be able to keep CDU alive. I mean, how, Kendo? That inhibitor was down to less than half HP, but that just goes to show you it doesn't matter how far behind you are in a game. It doesn't matter how grim it looks. If you hold strong, if you have good inhibitor timers, and you have a level 18 Kale, you might just be able to bring the game back and win it in the 41-minute mark.
My goodness, that is the ultimate. I was thinking to myself, this is going to be trauma bans everywhere out of Capedogs, but after a win like that, you have to feel borderline undefeatable. You had the best of VBU Neon at one point with a 15 kill lead on this team, had nothing but good things to talk about, and it was completely turned around by the Capedogs. Absolutely brilliant for us to get to watch here, and I could not ask for any more. My goodness, I need some milk. You need some milk. Maybe we need to go to a break.
Yeah, we're going to take just a very quick break here. I'm going to refresh my water, and then we're going to get into game number 2. I mean, that was a banger, and that is only game number 1 of our 3-game block here tonight in the Light League, folks. Game number 2 coming up in just a moment. We'll see you guys in just a